the late Senator Hiram Fong, was a Republican. He would, He was first elected the very same year we became a state, 1959. I mention this fact because the chance to elect a new U.S. Senator from Hawaii doesn't happen very often. In fact, if I leave out the late Senator Orrin Long, who was elected at statehood along with Senator Fong, but served only that one term, the chance to elect a United States Senator from Hawaii happens on average once every 25 years. Let's make the most of this once in a quarter of a century opportunity. Let's come together once again to make history like we did 10 years ago when I beat Maisie the first time. I am confident that this is a winnable race, but it sure won't be easy. Come to think of it, none of my campaigns have been easy. Not the campaign when I beat Delmer Cavallo to become mayor of Maui, and not the campaign when I beat Mazie Hirono to become governor of Hawaii. At the time, I considered both of those races as winnable too. But I could not have won either of those races without a united Hawaii Republican Party. The same is true today. I need each and every one of you to help me to win this race. And Charles Dejoux needs each and every one of you. Charles needs each and every one of you to help him to win his race, which I also consider winnable. Charles and I talked a lot before he left for Afghanistan last year, and we've talked a lot since he returned in March about what it would take to win our respective races. And while a winning campaign is based on many things, such as a proven track record of results, a strong platform, a committed campaign team, positive and effective messaging, and successful fundraising, a winning campaign for both of us, and indeed for every single one of our candidates, requires that we have a party that is united and committed to victory. I am personally asking each and every delegate, every one of you here today, to come out of this convention united and committed to victory. Will you make a strong commitment, perhaps the strongest commitment you've ever made in politics in this once in a quarter of a century election year? Will you make that commitment to me? Will you make that commitment to Charles? Will you make that commitment to all of our candidates? And will you make that commitment to the people of Hawaii? After all, this election is about the people of Hawaii, not about us politicians. It is about having a balanced two-party system of government that works in a bipartisan fashion to come up with the best ideas to make Hawaii greater than it already is. I don't understand those in both political parties, here at home and in Washington, who oppose bipartisanship, compromise, and collaboration. I don't understand them because the problems we face are not Democrat problems, they're not Republican problems, they are American problems. And we will have to come together as Americans to solve them. This is what the people of Hawaii expect, and it is what people all across America expect. If the American people approved of the bickering and the partisanship going on in Washington, D.C., then the rating of approval of our Congress would be 90% instead of the 9% approval that they have today. Breaking the gridlock in our nation's capital will require common sense, the ability to compromise, and experience in making tough decisions. The kind I had to make as your governor when we dealt with the biggest fiscal and economic crisis since Hawaii became a state. The kind of collaboration and compromise I am calling for does not mean turning away from our core platform values of liberty, limited government, individual responsibility, fiscal accountability, and equality of opportunity. In fact, I believe these are the same values shared by almost everyone in the state of Hawaii. And serving in a bipartisan fashion does not mean a person going whichever way the wind blows. No one would accuse New Jersey Governor Chris Christie of being wishy-washy, and yet here's what he had to say in a speech last year at the Reagan Library. We watch a Congress at war with itself because they are unwilling to leave campaign-style politics at the Capitol's door. The result is a debt ceiling limitation debate that made our democracy appear as if we can no longer govern ourselves. He went on to say, we pay a price when our political system cannot come together and agree on the difficult but necessary steps to rein in entitlement spending or reform our tax system. I know Governor Chris Christie. He is, as you know, a very direct person with strong beliefs. But what you might not know about Governor Christie is that he believes very strongly in the need to compromise in order to address the issues he faces as a governor and we face as a nation. So, if you care about delivering education to today's students that is relevant to today's economy, if you care about small businesses being unshackled from government red tape, if you care about having an economy that rewards hard work and creativity, if you care about getting our deficit under control and paying down our debt so that future generations are not unfairly burdened, if you care about reforming our tax code so that it is fairer and more transparent, if you care about an energy strategy that allows us to end our dependence on foreign oil, and if you care about delivering on the promises of Social Security and Medicare, and if you care about maintaining America's military superiority, then there is only one way forward. We must rise above partisan politics in order to secure a strong, free, and prosperous America. It is critical that when we walk out of this ballroom later today, we walk out as one, unified in our purpose. We must walk out of here today, each and every one of us, and share with people all across our state our plans for a stronger Hawaii and a stronger America. And we must walk out with a renewed sense of energy and passion and enthusiasm to ensure that our message is heard around the state and around the country on Election Day. I know you agree that there is so much at stake in this election. The outcome of this election will determine what kind of a country we will be and what our place in this world will be. With so much at stake, we must succeed. We can succeed, and we will succeed.